Hi there folks, how you doing? Welcome to the route running video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Today we are going to get ready. We're going to go places and do things. So, that's the cab prepped on the Talent. We are on Mittenwald ban by TSA. And as you can see, we're on RE61 service towards Mittenwald. What we'll do, when I get up out the chair, I'm going to quickly I need to raise the doors. I just need to double check I'm actually facing. I'm supposed to be blocked in here. Yes, I am. Cool. Obviously, we know we can't move the train at the moment, so what we'll do, we'll dump the indirect brake on. And there we go. We'll get up out the train. And C4. PZB and C4 are isolated. LZB I don't think is simulated on this, but regardless, it isn't in use on this route. You can see the RE62 departing ahead of us there. We are due to shut the doors in about 30 seconds. Lots of punters milling around. No one's actually getting on my train then. So this, like I say, is the 2025 timetable available from the Train Security website for the Mittenwald route. I am. We'll go to some here from Garmisch, Partenkirchen, which is in Germany, to Mittenwald, which is in Austria, I believe. Apologies there. So, we're going to mount up on our loco. Like I say, we've keyed on, we've got the reverser set to forward. The other thing I can do is get my little turntable up. Buchfall. There we go. Our start speed is 65. Time to go. I suppose we're still waiting for the brakes to fall off. I'll start to do this. Rexing's easy to read, doesn't it? Away we go. There we go. We're away. So we'll release PZB because we can see very proceed aspects. So you've got semaphores on the route, so we'd presume that this would be upgraded by now. But also, it's fine. We can drive like this. Head up the hill here. At Garmisch. We've got the roundhouse over there. Roundhouse. There you go. I absolutely love this route. It's just so wonderfully hilly, and look at that, like the mountains poking out the hip. Oh, lovely. Lovely jubbly. Just a little branch line. That, tension-wise, a bit funny, but okay. I don't know German OLE, so that might be technically correct. What was that? Okay. So you can see we've got the weave in the overhead, which is quite cool. So you get the left to right to left motion going on. I want to use the tempo map because we are going up and down hills here. And we're just going to set it at 55. Absolutely lovely, jubbly stuff. Oh, but a ski slope over there. That's cool. Oh, sorry, ski jump over there. I suppose technically below the ski jump it is a ski slope. Cautionary aspect. This is actually my first time, I think, driving Talent 2 in a route learner properly. And I'm just going to sound horns because rural town. Although they got the sound for the barriers down, so. Absolutely gorgeous. There we go, that's a thumbnail right there, I think. Yeah, hopefully you guys are having a great day. I realise I've probably chosen the worst scenario to illustrate this time, or the worst service to illustrate this timetable, because you don't interact with anything other than I think one other talent coming the other way. I am going to cover this a bit more. Do some stuff around Innsbruck, and I want to do the sort of Mittenwald to Innsbruck on one of the other trains, probably the Crocodile. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We always do, eh? We always do. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. That's the day this comes out on. Mine's been pretty good. Well, it's a Friday for me. It's a different Friday though. I woke up. I've got to get up and ready in about an hour because I need to. So, good karma, right? I worked a train the other week, and a customer left a £10 tip for the crew in first class. Really good, because I think I was on the bar, so I didn't see any of it, and, you know, they were sort of debating what to do with it. Because there was about, like, 6 of us, so it would be like £1 something each. So, they put it on the lot for it. And £10 turned into £1,600. Well, sorry, not quite 1,600, basically my share worked out at £160, which is entirely insane. The colleague responsible for it rang me the other day, and when I was at work, and she said, so just to double check, I've understood this, because like, it made no sense. So I'm going to go and collect that money today, and I'm heading to work a bit early, so I'm going to head in, I'm going to get a bit of lunch, do a bit of sort of wander around town. Could do some writing actually, could go upstairs and make myself do some writing, that'd be good little trick. But yeah, that's what I'm planning for today. A bit windy out there. I did set the wind to be basically very low. It does feel a little bit too animated. Oh, that's you see. So this is one of my bugbears with Trains in World is the weather system. In theory, it's brilliant. In practice, it's not. For example, wind, right? Which really well illustrate on a route like this. But we'd probably get wind tunnel effect down here. We'd be in and out of wind all the time. I only get noise from the wind if it was blowing enough to do that. You get, and you probably get, and the wind would have an impact on the train. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, is that 60 I've got in the box? 18. Sorry, just double check it on there. Oh god, I pressed the. There we go. You know, we've picked up the speed by 5 km/h, but it feels faster. Is this a level crossing? Hard to signal. That's cool. I never noticed that signage before. It's probably because I think we're approaching a station. I think it's a repeater. It's got a. I acknowledge that you didn't go on. I was probably a bit earlier than acknowledge. Well, it's 45 men. Mildly infuriating, but you know. Thank you. This train is peculiar in the way it behaves. Ooh, it actually has something for you guys to watch. The DB Hagio advert. You should know if I'm saying it, it's not going to be kind to the German people. Oh, come on. I literally slapped temperament on at a pace and it never exceeded 45. I was watching. It predictably jabbed me though. So there's vertical traction lock, which was fine. I'm just watching for what this does. So I can read the gauges in the hood a lot easier than I can gauge in the actual cab. So BP falls off. Got brake release at 4.6. Power is taken. Let's go. I've got 40 in the box. And then we'll just go to a nice sort of comfortable. That was just entirely the game being awful to me though. Luckily we're not holding up the opposite service yet, so we're not actually playing anyone else except ourselves. Well, I'll creep into the station and we're just going to go no faster than 30 and I'm going to set the temperament for 30. RE61 to Mittenwald. I love the density of the vegetation on this though, so one of my complaints on Cardiff Network was that the shoulders of the bottom felt far too clean. This feels far more realistic, far more overgrown, far more randomness to the vegetation, it feels like, at a glance. You know, you've got your tall grass, you've got some weeds in there, it's great, it's perfect. That is, in my opinion, what it should look like. Trying from my own. Crunchy. Now, no matter what the game says, I've got to proceed at the end. Oh, this is just a passing loop. Great. Hopefully that doesn't revert against me, because it can get reset. So I train some works. Oh. This almost reminds me of Benina, where you go sort of snaking off up the side. It's a lot steeper on Benina, but yeah. But it reminds me of our 60 posted speed. We're going to take that to ourselves as a way of helping us remember that that is our speed today. The other feature I'm a big fan of is through the pan moves up and down with the overheads. I like to go. All out to press on button. So I'll do 60, and which is our line speed now. CFA. Again, no one visible. But this is just a lovely little area. We've got one nice little stream, which has been nicely built up to look pretty. Got a little bridge there at the end. This reminds me of a lot of like a little check branch line. The overhead's probably about the similar sort of style actually. But like, it's just like that bridge is very Eastern European, shall we say? Eastern Central European. There we go. The lods on the passengers aren't great. Watch the first 2 rows of second carriage. It's very blowy up here today. We'll just say it's a windy day. It's the day after a storm, whatever. Or the day before a storm. That's why everyone's trying to get home. And we're trying basically full. $17. We're about a mile of 17 we get. We'll take advantage of it though. We need those, like before we had padding in our timetable. Now we've got to run around at line speed basically. And it's in Mittenwald, but it's just climbing over a mountain range, this, isn't it? Like, it gets much kinkier towards the end. That's Innsbruck down there. And that's Kleist. Got the 60 warning post, that's a kilometre to a 60. Yeah, it's Kleist that we're calling out, 1.3 to Kleist. So as you see, the 60 is on station approaching to Kleist. We've got the cautioning for that's our 60 post there, so I'm going to stand on the brake. There we go, power off. And temper mat. Especially when we're going down a steep slope like this, if keep us slightly slower than we have to be. Just for our own protection. I say actually the trains are closing at speed. Quite nicely. There is of course the logical precursor to this, which is Munich to Garmisch Partenkirchen, which is available in Trains and Classic. It means that you could do a circular run now. That wasn't... Side memory noises. Yeah, so we're holding the train up. How embarrassing for involved. Yeah, wait for the brake to pull off. We'll just advance into the station at a respectable pace. This is Kleist. Kleist? I'm not actually sure. In case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm not particularly good at my pronunciation. Like I say, Mittenwald is as far as DB goes these days. Most of DBs. There's some go all the way through to Innsbruck. He's away. We're sorry. So you can see it's quite a bit of a step up here at these stations. Not very wheelchair accessible, but you know. I do wonder what the provisions would be. Because they've got level 4, but that's okay, so that's a wheelchair space there. Or accessible space, specifically. The reason we don't call it a wheelchair space is we don't have people buy their accessibility aids. Yes. One presumes time to go places, do things. I'm student restricted to 45, which is fine. It might let me out of restriction monitoring going through this start signal. No, it won't. Cool. Well, I'll be using temperament again. We'll hit 40. So if I try and put it to 45, it will just cause problems. So that's Kleist on Kleist. Our next and final stop is at Mittenwald. This is a gorgeous route. I need to play it more. It's, as always with TSG and TSA are the same people, right? And yeah, they do some cracking work. Yeah, so today I'm going back to back shift for work. I'm doing an 8-hour day, just supporting colleagues. To be honest, it was a bad idea until now, and like, it's gonna suck because the train I'm doing is one that is legendarily busy on Friday night, and it's Friday. But aside from that, it is what it is. You know, I don't avoid work, I'm not work shy. I just crack on and get the job done. If we sounded the horn there just for tit boxing. There we go. We can now go up to 60, so it's time I whilst to advance the throttles to the stops. If we're a little waiting at them, I would sound the horn far more in advance. As you can see, it's Bahn an Bayern, Region. But I will link the DB regular advert in the description down below. Do give that a watch after the video. It's interesting. I'll also obviously link to the mod. It does have quite a few requirements, but they are well worth it in my considered opinion. Got a 40k warning coming up. Need to acknowledge. To restrict us to 85. Fair enough. I'm just going to put the brake on because it'll be closer than we think. Oh, Mittenwald is in Germany. Fair enough. Try to have a check where it is. So it is literally just on the border. So you leave the station and you're entering Austria. So at that point we become an international train, yes. Cows. Like cows having a lie down. And no, cows that are lying down aren't necessarily ill. Like cows lying on their bellies are making milk if they're milk cows. It's basically them being comfortable. They're like, I've got food, I've got everything I need, life is good. And I look through field, that pretty red train's going past making some noise, life is good. So pretty much went due east from Garmisch Partenkirchen, then we're sort of curving to the south towards Mittenwald. We are sort of curving through a valley here though, so it's a bit less of a direct run than you expect most of the time. I'm actually watching where I'm Google Maps right now. Yeah, so we're going to be curving around. So I'm parking there. Yeah, I'm back up to 60, great. I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking. Yeah, because it was only a 200 metre section at 40. I just wasn't paying attention. Verlangt und lädt die bahn.de/Werdenkrausbahn. Mittenwald Bahn. Mittenwald Railway. History of the route. The route was opened in 1912. In contrast to the plan, it was first opened to operate with steam, as neither the power station nor the actual airports were ready, and the Austrian side was actually operated from the 28th of 1912. Operations in Bavaria switched on the 25th of April 1913. Fair enough, I was genuinely worried that this would be one of those. It was electrified in the late 1930s. Because that's a problematic era in the history of Germany, let's just leave it at that. It was fine. Come, there we go, set this speed back, making good correction. Go flying down the slope here. I'm driving with the train, so to speak. I'm missing these W boards because I'm like trying to not speed horrifically here. This is probably appropriate driving technique, is to just like try to accelerate and slow back down again. And we're arriving to the town of Mittenwald. There we go. $85, well, that's fine. So if the train was doing 85 through here, I have a problem with my hands. Again, look how amazing those mountains look. We're trying to curve into the yard, blow my horn. I'm here! Only a little bit late. And welcome to Mittenwald. Yes. I'd love to know how late I am, but I don't believe I have a PIS screen here. It's frightfully convenient. Oh, I'm about 2 minutes late. That's not actually bad for the amount of disruption we've had to our journey today. That is pretty good. I'm going to stop down the end. Because I forgot this thing doesn't stop if you're not in an emergency. Again, I'll just use this. Well, I just put the train to bed, because it reverses here to go back to binging. Does this come out, or am I just, no, it must be a different version. There we go. So, as we disembark the unit, we try to got 2 red tail lamps showing. We do. We walk back along the train as it's terminating. Everyone's getting off. Oh. I've got a gold for that, which is not bad. I'm going to get back to my front cab, though. And I'm sure... because this one's definitely got enough now. I'll energise the desk. I'll shut the doors. I do wonder, because these are low platforms, somebody can try, if we were doing engineering checks on the train before we board everyone. Alright, so that's what it looks like now. That is no different. Cool, just thought I'd check. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be driving back down towards Munchen soon. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And look at that mountain we get to enjoy during our tea break, eh? Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.